Good morning, friends. Welcome to today's video post. Today we're going to continue to explore last time what we were talking about, the expect the unexpected. Just to go into that maybe in a little bit more nuanced way. On one level, of course, we know that anything can happen at any time. If you asked what someone said, you said, hey, do you think that anything can happen at any time? I think everyone would say yes, of course, never know. But then, of course, how deeply do we actually know that, right? And that's what our practice does, is we start to really embody that knowing. Now, though, just because anything can happen at any time, it doesn't mean that things are just kind of like haphazard and random. Like, that's not what that points to, because everything that happens, according to Buddhist teachings, and just pay attention, you'll also see that this is true. It happens due to conditions that are supportive for them. So even though that thing that all came out of the blue, all of a sudden, oh, this thing just happened, that still arose because conditions were supportive for it to arise. So, I gave the example of my wife and I, our cars both breaking down. Wow, out of the ordinary. Yes, very, very, very rare that both cars would break down at the same time, right? Probably quite rare that happened. But that still happened due to conditions. So, one of them being that my car was 11 years old and the alternator just stopped working. Because why? Because the parts in it, disintegrated. They followed their nature, etc. So even though things come out of the blue, they're still happening lawfully. They're still happening due to conditions. And this is important because we want to remember that we live in this world of conditioned arising. Not just so that we're not so freaked out when something happens, but because what we do, what we think, what we say, and what we do are conditions themselves that give rise to what? That give rise to our own happiness or our own suffering. So we can't, we can't just determine tomorrow I want my life to be this way, or next year I want it to be this way, and I want this and this and this to happen. Like, no, anything, anytime, right? That's the world we live in. Anything, anytime. We can't just dictate how we want things. And what we think, say, and do today has a lot to do with what tomorrow will look like in general. Maybe not specifically, but in general, and what the next year and what our future will look like. What the flavor of it will be. So important to the point I'm making is that yes, anything, anytime, and things are happening lawfully, cause and effect. And we are part of that. What we think, say, and do are the causes for future effects. So, because we want to be happy, and what we do, think, say, and do now has everything to do with whether we'll be happy in the future or not. Okay, so I want to just kind of juxtapose those two against one another. Anything, anytime, and it's all happening within this lawful unfolding of conditions, which we play a part of and which we can steer if we're aware and have wholesome thought, speech, and actions. Will actually steer our future towards wholesomeness, towards happiness. Okay, let's do some formal practice now, cultivating this capacity to be aware so that we can actually decide where we want to steer our future to. It's a good Buddhist math equation, which says mindfulness equals choice. Without mindfulness, we can't choose where to steer our lives. It's just going to kind of cascade along with whatever forces are driving it. But with mindfulness, then we have a choice. Okay. Settling into your meditation posture, whatever that might be. Letting the eyes gently come to close. I can't stress enough how important it is to pay attention to the eyes, especially if you meditate with your eyes closed. And to have the intention that the eyes and the area around the eyes be soft and relaxed. Just doing that, I find, can almost initiate this whole cascading downwards of relaxation throughout my body. It's almost like as the eyes go, the rest of the body goes. Softening and relaxing the body into stillness, so that this stillness is born of relaxation, not of holding still, not of tension. The more we relax the body, the stiller it gets, the more available the sensations of the body are to be felt. Feeling sensations, being mindful of sensations where the body is in contact with something. Just to say right now, as we're practicing mindfulness, these are the conditions that will give rise and support to mindfulness in the future. We want a future filled with mindfulness. Practice it now. Connecting somatically with the sensations of the body at these contact points. A good entryway into this bodily awareness. And then from these contact points, we can start to widen the attention and see if we can feel the body in other places that aren't necessarily in contact with anything. Do you feel any sensations in your shoulders? Can you perceive any? What about your face? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. It's more in the looking. Bringing the attention to the body. Just seeing where you feel sensations, where you don't. Keeping the attention as wide as possible. One instruction that points to this is feel your whole body all at once. Really rest back and have a receptive awareness. And once we've established some connection with the body like this, and we can start to feel the breath in the body. not outside of the body or anywhere else, but in the body. The breath body, just this one thing, this one field of sensations. Mind will wander off. It's very habituated to. These are the effects of previous causes. Mind wanders now because it's done so many times in the past and it's conditioned to. No worries, you'll wake up. And when you wake up, realize you're back in present time awareness. Just go ahead and relax the body again. Relax right back into that somatic connection. And it's important to reestablish this somatic connection each time you wake up. Because while you're lost in the mind-made world, there's no body awareness. It's not a physical world, it's a mind-made world. So you wake up, realize you're back, relax the body. Let that relaxation bring your awareness back down into your body. Maybe connect at the touch points, contact points. Then open up again, widening the attention, feeling the whole body all at once. And then if you want, consciously knowing the breath within that field of sensations, that wider field. And in the shamatha practice, the tranquility practice that we've been doing, we want to have this sense that the attention is resting with the object, with the sensations of the breath body. Easefully, not bearing down, not trying to feel the body and breath. Very naturally feeling it, receiving the sensations. Enjoying the moments where the mind is not pushed and pulled by this wanting and not wanting. Resting in the present moment, temporarily free from that which binds it to suffering. I don't know about you, but I often get tears when I connect with just the simplicity and the availability of peace and temporary freedom from suffering. So seeing the patterned nature of existence, And it's really two sides of the same coin. This seemingly random, of course not, conditioned, anything at any time. And then just the other side of that coin is everything is happening due to conditions. And for our Dharma practice, what we want to pay attention to is our happiness and our suffering is happening due to conditions, not random. Okay, wish you a good day today. We'll see you next time. And until then, I hope you have many moments when your heart and mind are resting at ease, temporarily free from suffering. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.